So हम उस cycle के एकदम end पे आ गए where we wanted to work hard but now we're not working hard, and now you are saying that normalize working hard. तो ये what is this cycle that is going on? How do you maintain इतना सारा content भर के हर रोज consistency? Name one creator that inspires you.
Ankur Warikoo.
One that irritates you. 3 favorite moments from your life so far.
Wow. Good question.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you because I stand tall like a
Running a startup is very difficult. Doing a master's is very difficult. Content creation is not an easy job, and this man is doing all these 3 things together. Today on the podcast, we have Deepak Parekh, a very, very inspirational episode. If you want to do any of these 3 things, बहुत interesting बातें करी हैं. We dig deeper into his life processes, not just content creation process, but life में कैसे आगे बढ़ना है. It was a lot of fun. बहुत सारी interesting बातें करी हैं outside of work as well. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Hope you too. Do subscribe to the channel, and जितनी हमारी ये clips वगैरह हैं छोटे छोटे podcast के bites वो हम CNTC clips पे upload करते हैं. यहाँ पे कहीं पे तो होगा आई वाला बटन जो है, उस चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब कर लो. एंड डू लाइक द वीडियो, कमेंट की और किस गेस्ट को लाया जाए इस शो पे. Hi Deepak, welcome to another episode of the CNTC show. How are you doing?
Lovely. Thank you so much, Ayush, for having me. I'm doing good, yeah. I'm doing good. In a relatively better frame of mind because I say this because I'd put out one post on Instagram saying that I'm not feeling good and I'm not in a good frame of mind to create content. But so yeah, now I'm in a relatively better frame of mind. Back at creating content, back at what I do best. That's what I assume to believe what I do best. So yeah, in a better frame of mind, just all set to get back to action.
You are too humble, man. You have been creating killer content and that too consistently. And we'll get to that about how you keep creating content on, like you're a content machine at this point. That's what I call people like you who are so consistent with what they do, and they're also consistent with the kind of value that they're giving out. But before we do that, we have this ritual on the podcast. So we used to have a lot of we used to have a lot of discussion internally. Okay, how do we introduce this guest? Kaise kara jaye? So now we give that challenge to you. If you had to describe yourself in just 2 words, sirf 2 words use karne hain, how would you do it?
Hustler and believer.
Hustler and believer.
Yes. So I say this because let me explain these 2 words. Now, hustle has always been the kind of word that has stuck with me for a very long time now. Primarily because, there's this hustle culture that people talk about, quote unquote hustle culture that people talk about, and it tends to become toxic at times. Right? And people say that, okay, yaar, hustle karo, mehnat karo, ye karo, wo karo. Well, there's nothing wrong with it, but you got to understand that you have to not just hustle, but enjoy the hustle that you are doing.
100%.
And you have to hustle and create a path of your own. Otherwise, there are 2 ways to thinking about it. One is that ki haan, aapko banaya sab kuch mil gaya, and you are just doing what you have. Second is you create a path of your own and you build on something that you've started. So you build something from scratch and you build on it. Aur uska maza kuch aur hi hai. So that is something that I've learned since the time. I'm sure we'll get into this while we are in the podcast.
Right.
So when I was in college, I was preparing for my CA exams. Didn't want to do it. So I was hustled with my startup. Then started creating content. Last week I completed 3 years of my content journey, and hustled with my content as well. So there's no way I'm showing off or pushing it out there in the market saying yaar mehnat kiya hai to hua. But it's just the fact. I mean, people I don't know why people shy away from accepting the fact that they worked hard and reached where they are. Just a very normal thing. Just normalize hustling, normalize working hard to reach where you are right now, and accepting the fact that you worked hard. It's okay. Right? So I've always fought for what I've always wanted to achieve, and as a result, I've got what I wanted to achieve. And I've been truly mad about certain things Second is of course believer. You got to believe in the process. You have to believe in the process, because in the beginning and probably also towards the end, nobody else will believe in the work that you do apart from yourself. So you have to believe in the kind of work that you put in. When I started up, there were so many people who were saying कि यार ये सब करके क्या होगा, edtech startup at the age of 19 seems like a very stupid idea. You need not do it.
Right.
Blah blah blah. Eventually, now people say it's so great that you started so early and doing such a great job. Thank you so much for doing this. Similar things with content. At 22, I think I started creating content, and there were like so many people who said कि यार ये वीडियो बना के पैसा कैसे कमाएगा, फिर ये वीडियो तो शौक के लिए ठीक है, but actual में क्या करते हो? This happened at a family function as well, where there were some folks, uncles and other people, हाँ कि और बेटा क्या चल रहा है आजकल, and I was telling him कि यार so uncle अभी just college खत्म हुआ है, and now I am a social media influencer. ठीक है, तो उनके हाथ से लिटरली वो he was having dinner, तो उनके हाथ से वो चम्मच गिर गया. It took like a very dramatic 10-second pause, and then he was like, अरे वो सब तो ठीक है, but करते क्या हो? वो सब तो ठीक है, but करते क्या हो? तो मैंने कहा हाँ ठीक है, वो सब साइड में रखो, बट करते क्या हो, काम क्या है तुम्हारा? So I think it takes time to justify what you do, till the time people believe that what you do is essentially something that is a legit job that you can be paid for, and something that makes complete sense if you do it. So hustler and believer would be the two words I would go by.
वैलिडेशन तो मैंने देखा पैसे से ही आती है. तुम कुछ भी करो लाइफ में, इवेंचुअली अगर उससे यू गेट लाइक a monetary output is when you're like हाँ ये कुछ काम कर रहा है, right? Otherwise people would rarely, in fact, right, like I was having this discussion with a family member again, and they were really confused about the idea of startups getting so much funding or not generating profits, right? And how we know that Amazon for the longest time didn't generate profits, and now it's extremely profitable, right?
Correct.
So the same, I think, wave is happening for newer content creators, for people who are just starting out, is like अच्छा पैसा का है, right? Because वो mentality है ना कि जैसे I come from a small town, so गले पे बैठो और अपने 10 जो भी प्रोडक्ट बेच रहे हो बेचो, 100 रुपये के सुबह प्रोडक्ट खरीदे, 200 रुपये तक शाम को बेचे और 100 रुपये घर ले आए. दैट इज़ द राइट. वो लॉन्ग टर्म मेंटालिटी शायद बहुत लोगों को तो देखना भी नहीं सिखाया. And so you talked about the hustle culture, right? And one thing which really interested me was there's a cycle, I feel. The cycle is that earlier, just say when I was growing up, my parents used to say, work hard, you'll get where you are, right? And then suddenly we started hearing all these talks. Okay, don't work hard, do smart work. Like hard workers nahi hota kuch, smart work karo. And then suddenly in the pandemic, we are normalizing everything. Like normalize dash, normalize this, normalize that. No, every single day I see like some niche being normalized. Ki please normalize X, to the point where I'm like, abhi ek second, what are we doing now? Because I feel now people are like normalize not working hard, right? So hum us cycle ke ekdam end pe aa gaye where we wanted to work hard, but now we're not working hard, and now you are saying that normalize working hard. So what is this cycle that is going on?
So great point, Ayush. I think something that probably needs to be put out there. Now hustle culture या work culture या working hard or not working hard का culture ऐसा है क्या कि सब चीज works in phases, right? It's all about realization. Now once we start working, let's talk about a pre-pandemic era. Okay? Once we start working, we know that we have a lot to do. We have a lot to achieve. Especially if you are doing whatever you are doing. Let's not pinpoint one or two career options. Whatever you do, you're a freelancer, you're a creator, you're an entrepreneur, you are working on traditional 9-to-5 job. Whatever you are doing, you are hustling, right? You got to work hard for it. So once you realize that you have to work extremely hard to achieve what you wish to achieve, you then reach a point where you feel burnt out, right? And you're like, हो यार अब हो गया, अब या तो खुशी नहीं मिल रही है या तो पैसा उतना नहीं मिल रहा,
right?
ठीक है, दो ही कारण से लोग काम करते हैं. What are the two reasons why people work? If you have enough money, you'll work towards something that makes you feel happy.
Correct.
Or if you're not working, or if you are working, the second reason could be you want a monetary aspect. You want to sustain you're living. अगर आपको जिंदा रहना है तो आपको खाने पीने के लिए आपको पैसे चाहिए, and you're earning towards and you're working towards that, right? Now once you start working, you realize that okay यार अब there comes a phase of burnout where you feel like कि नहीं यार अब और काम नहीं करना है, अब थक गए, and I don't want to work anymore. So that is a time when we want to normalize not working hard. Yeah, normalize not working hard, normalize taking a break, normalize spending time with family, normalize taking a vacation, normalize chilling for a while, normalize trying out hobbies for the next 10 years or 20 years of your life or whatever. पैंडेमिक एरा में जब मेहनत वाली बात आ गई, तो पैंडेमिक में जब ये हुआ तब सबको समझ में आया कि यार मेहनत तो कर रहे हैं, बट पैंडेमिक में ये रियलाइजेशन हुआ कि यार it's okay. Even if you work hard, there are certain people who will try to pull you down. Right? There are certain people who will try to make a mockery out of you. And that time people realize कि नहीं, मेहनत तो कम कर रहे हैं. So why not normalize that? So I think it's a matter of realization. It's not. I don't think it's a circle. It's just a matter of realization where people just realize different things at different points in time, and they then propagate this idea, which then becomes a viral sensation. Because once, say for example, if I put out a tweet saying normalize not working hard, and immediately in a matter of say half an hour, maybe 200 people retweet it or 1,000 people like it. It just goes on to show that I might have influence. That's the caveat that might go behind that virality. If I don't have that virality, and if still I get the same reaction, it just means that people relate to it.
Correct.
Right, and that is what realizations actually happen. So यही होता है कि यार लोग different चीजें different times पे realize करते हैं. कभी-कभी लोग को लगता है कि यार नहीं यार work hard बहुत जरूरी है. Sometimes you will feel कि नहीं यार ठीक है थोड़ा break ले लेते हैं. Okay. So I think if there's a balance, absolutely there is a balance, because you can never consistently work hard for a longer period of time. मतलब अगर मैं आपको बोलूँगा कि आप in 24 hours you need to be productive for 20 hours, sleep 4 hours, and then again wake up after 4 hours and match the exact energy that you had last day. You'll not be able to do it.
Correct.
Right? Because not everybody is functioned that way.
Correct.
So that is when you realize कि यार नहीं, normalize not working hard. But if you're working hard one day and you continue to maintain that momentum, you're like नहीं, normalize working hard. It's absolutely okay. तो वो phase का बात है. I think it's just matter of phases, and things happen एक के बाद एक. So that's just like there's no circle to it. I feel it's just a matter of phase where people realize different things at different points in time.
I think what I get from this conversation is it's very, very individualistic. At the end of the day, like
Yes.
you may be going through normalize working hard, and I may be going through please normalize taking breaks, right? And then vice versa in a matter of a month. So this definitely makes a lot of sense. But what I am like a true believer of, and what you said, just resonating with you on the same point, that working hard does get you somewhere. Like that consistency does pay always. And one thing where I've seen your consistency pay is in the way you're making consistent content. You were early on the reel wagon, right? And you created a lot of content. What I want to know is two things. A, when did you realize कि भाई ये content तो चलेगा, this short form content, right? Considering the kind of space people are in. Second, was it strategic considering your TG? And third, how do you maintain इतना सारा content भर के हर रोज consistency?
There's a lot to answer in that, like the 5 seconds that you took to ask that question. But I'll probably take a little more time to answer that. So to the audience who's listening, I think with content, it's been much of a trial and error, hit and miss kind of a thing, where you essentially try out 10 different things. 8 of them will just tank, and 2 of them will just take a hit and just give you that required virality.
Right.
And a lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons, for which they will fail very early.
What are these wrong reasons?
The wrong reasons would be if they are essentially there just for fame. If they are just there because of the money and they don't enjoy the process of it. Because I realized one thing, that if you don't enjoy the process of doing what you're doing, for example, if you're doing this podcast, and if you're not enjoying asking that question, right now you asked me what are the wrong reasons, which basically shows that you are curious enough to know more from what I wanted to say, right? So you're curious enough to understand the kind of answer that I'm trying to give. You are serious about the podcast. If something goes wrong, you will try and edit the podcast. You will try to put out the best version of the podcast out there because you are serious with your work. You like putting your best work out there.
Right.
And that is something that I like about you. So that is something that if you don't enjoy the process of it, you will die very soon. You will die very soon. And these likings and passions might change very बहुत jaldi. So we'll get to that. So I think with regard to short form content, it was kind of a I mean, it did not happen because I consciously wanted to do it. So backstory, quick backstory rather. When the lockdown happened, I was doing these live sessions with a lot of creators, influencers, actors, actresses, and a lot of other people. And I was asking them questions. So I had a series called Getting Candid, where it was basically an Instagram live session, and I wanted to speak to them about various things, about how they spend their life apart from their work, so on and so forth, play a little game here and there, and then end the live session.
Right.
And one of the guests was Soumya Gupta. She's a creator. Look her up. Her handle is the Sass Thing. The Sass Thing _ is her handle. Right. So I was speaking to her, and she said, create reels, because reels is giving her good engagement, and maza bhi aa raha hai karne mein. It's fun creating reels. I was like, okay, fair. But I had this conception in mind कि यार नहीं, because मेरे को पता कि उस समय just TikTok ban हुआ था, and I knew that मेरा perception of TikTok was cringe content है. लोग लंबे बाल with spikes and golden hair स्लो मोशन में पानी पी के पानी उड़ा रहे, तो वो लंबे वाले एकदम straight golden बाल जो स्लो मो में वॉक करके बिस्लरी का पानी पी के स्लो मो में पानी उड़ रहा है, वो तो मेरा वो perception था. And I thought कि यार नहीं, ऐसा content नहीं बनाना है. This is not something that I stand for. तो मेरे को वैसा content नहीं बनाना है. But she said कि नहीं, you can explore. It's not necessary कि आपके पास 15 सेकंड तो आप यही बनाओ. You can make anything. So I was like, okay. So randomly, like one fine day, I put up a story saying that I wanted to explore my funny side, because in my head, I'm very funny. Like in my head, I am the funniest guy out there. If I can't make people, like if we're sitting in a room and I'm not being able to make you laugh, then probably it's something that I'll take it to heart and try and figure out why did this joke land. So very serious about my humor. So I thought let's try and create funny content in my reels. So if you still go to my reels section, ekdam niche, you'll see that there's a lot of meme content, right? I've picked up jokes from picked up certain simple jokes, one-line jokes from Indian stand-up comedians, and I've used that, and I've given my twist to it by asking ki yaar, so what if there's a joke by Uruj Ashfaq where she says jayega na madam, jayega, of course jayega. So this context was she had made this joke about it being in an Uber, right? Ki jayega na madam, of course jayega, kyun nahi jayega, hamara to kaam hai jana. So I had given the twist by saying when a guy when a girl in the group makes a plan, all the guys be like jayega madam, of course jayega, hamara to kaam hai jana. So I started doing all of those videos, and I thought ठीक है, let's try. अगर चला तो ठीक है, continue करेंगे. अगर नहीं चला तो ठीक है, change कर देंगे उसमें. Some of the videos started working really well, right? Some of the videos मेरे को crazy traction आने लग गया. One of the videos reached 200-300K like just तुरंत 4-5 दिन. And I was like, what is this virality? 300 के मेरे को अभी मैं 2 साल से वीडियो बना रहा हूँ, 300 के मेरे total अभी तक videos में नहीं हुए होंगे. And 5 दिन में what is this? I create a video and I get 100K views.
How many followers do you have at this point?
I had close to 2,000 followers that time.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, cool, this is interesting. इसको और करते हैं. So I kept on doing more of it, like kept on churning out more of this sort of content till the point somebody observed this and told me कि यार ऐसा same content कोई और बंदा भी बना रहा है. Now he was making it from a very early point in time, and I was not, of course, a very newbie. So I was making content right now. So like ठीक है change कर देते हैं. Let's change to a different style. So I started. So then I realized that okay, now I've got certain bit of traction. थोड़ी audience भी बढ़ गई है. ठीक है. तो ये करते करते I reached to around 5-6 के तो ऐसे ही हो गया था. और बहुत जल्दी हुआ. And I was like, this is interesting. There has to be some sort of a trend to it. मतलब अगर तुरंत मेरे को 2 साल लगा 2000 फॉलोअर्स तक जाने में. Of course मेरी गलती भी थी. I wasn't clear about my content. I was not consistent with it, and so on and so forth. लेकिन अगर 3-4 दिन में 3-4 हजार फॉलोअर्स बढ़ गए तो कुछ तो गेम है. Instagram का भी कुछ तो गेम है इसमें. So I started creating more of. Then I shifted my content to youth-centric content. What does the youth want to hear? What does maybe in terms of college students, maybe in terms of public speaking. So essentially, what a college student would want to hear, apart from obviously the academics, is something that I would stand for. So public speaking, taking part in competitions, skill development. What are some of the skills that you should focus on? The jobs that you can apply if you are this, or if you are into marketing. What matters more than just selling a product? So I talked about consumer psychology and so on and so forth, and that got a lot of traction. धीरे धीरे वैसे audience build होती गई. तो तुरंत फिर वो 10K हो गया, 10 to 20K I think 2 दिन में हो गया था. And I was like, wow, this is great, this is fantastic. And for the longest time, I did not have a 30 seconds का option. For the longest time, and I used to crib about it because I just had 15 seconds का option. I was speaking very fast to make my point. Right? And there used to be comments like, sir, please stop rapping. You can easily become a rapper and so on and so on. And I'm like, अरे यार, मैं थक गया हूँ, मैं हाथ जोड़ रहा हूँ कि भैया Instagram मेरे को दे दो भैया, 15 सेकंड और मांग रहा हूँ. क्या मांग रहा हूँ आपसे? 15 सेकंड मांग रहा हूँ, 15 सेकंड दे दो. Till Jan this year I got my 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, अरे भैया दे दो यार, क्या कर रहे हो? So for the longest time I had 15 seconds, and I made a video about this as well. कि भैया either I can crib about it, कि यार 30 seconds दे दो, or I can keep continuing to make content that is which is basically controllable versus uncontrollable.
Right.
तो यार एक तो मैं या तो मैं रो सकता हूँ, या तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ठीक है बना दो, content बनाते, क्या कर सकते हैं. So that happened, and then I figured out कि हाँ चलो, there is a pattern. People want to see this type of content. So I sat with my content, with my strategy, कि ठीक है, ये content लोगों को देखना है, and I tried to experiment as well. I tried to see what's working and what's not working. जो नहीं चला उसको मैंने totally scrap कर दिया, जो चला उसको मैंने double down कर दिया. Right? And I've always made it a point. I've been very honest with my audience as well, and I've told them that I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna try. Trends में मेरे से ये नहीं होगा. I've made it very clear कि मैं dance नहीं कर सकता. मैं ये बैकएंड म्यूजिक लगा और ये करूंगा, ये मेरे से नहीं होगा. No offense to anybody who does it, but मेरे से नहीं होगा. Because if I do it, I'm a pathetic dancer, and people, you will laugh about it. I might get the required views, but I will not be happy about it. So मेरे को नहीं करना. Like okay, fine. So when I started the strategy कि हाँ चलो ये चल रही है, इसको double down करते हैं, ये नहीं चल रही है, इसको हटाते हैं. Over a period of time, I started learning about interacting with the audience as well. What do they want to see? Right? So I started putting up polls, putting up question stickers of what they want to see. And they gave me ideas. कि ठीक है, you are creating content on these topics. इस पे we would love to hear what's your take. या इस पे बनाओ, इस पे क्या है, इस पे क्या हो सकता है. So automatically एक content bank बन गया. I had like 100-200 videos का ideas immediately. And I knew, coming to your question about short form content तुरंत चलता है, because
Correct.
एक तो TikTok का audience तुरंत Instagram पे आ गया, right? So people का attention span जो ideally should have been 1 minute to 2 minutes, जो कि Instagram पे already होता है. अगर आप normal reels के पहले अगर आप बात करोगे तो normal videos feed post जो होता है video पे, it's a 1 minute feed post. So usually people would watch that 1 minute feed post pre-reel. But now people just want to scroll up very quickly. तुरंत या तो हंसा दो या तुरंत कुछ तो सिखा दो. हंसा दो या सिखा दो. These two things will definitely work. या तो हंसा दो या तो सिखा दो. If you can make people laugh, great, fantastic. People will love you. If you can teach something, that people will love you. Right? So then I realized कि ठीक है, हंसा भी सकते हैं और सिखा भी सकते हैं. दोनों कर सकते हैं. Infotainment. So why not pick something and experiment in the infotainment space as well? तो experiment करते करते I then realized कि ठीक है, people would want to love this, people will not love this, and so on and so forth. Recently I put out this video. Recently तो क्या 2-3 महीने हो गए इस बात को, where I mimicked Abhishek Upmanyu, and I put out this video, and I'd tweeted this as well, and he replied by saying, यार तेरी तो शक्ल भी थोड़ी सी मेरे से मिलती है. So that's when I realized that people want to laugh. Like if you can make people laugh, that's the best thing you can provide. Right. But to mix it with value, to mix it with the kind of impact that you want to stand for, because I do not want to only stand for entertainment, right? I want to stand, and I've creating content for the longest time, and I know that if I can't provide certain sense of value to them in terms of information, in terms of the niche that I cater to, then that is not something I would want to do. So then I realized कि ठीक है, चलो ये चल रहा है, इस पे content बनाते हैं, थोड़ा सा humor here and there add करते हैं. I also mimicked my very good friend Raj. I was telling him कि यार तुम्हारा, I told him, मैंने उसको text किया राज शमानी, मैंने उसको text किया, I told him कि भाई मैं तेरे को mimic करके बना रहा हूँ, तो तू you watch out. Seriously कहा बना भाई बना, जो बनाना है बना, कोई टेंशन ही नहीं. Like okay cool. तो मैंने उसके ऊपर भी बनाया. Then I'm figuring out कि और किसके ऊपर कर सकते हैं, and so on and so forth. So basically it's a very conscious decision about figuring out कि क्या चल रहा है और क्या नहीं चल रहा है, and then doubling down on what's working. Secondly, thirdly, to answer your third question about consistency, I think touchwood, it's been something that I've got back since I started creating reels. So, and I've always said this, that it's creativity is a flow, right? It's a journey and not a destination. You can never be creative on all days, right? Today you are feeling at your creative best, tomorrow you might not feel at your creative best. It is absolutely normal. So it's very important that the day you feel creative, the day you are at your creative best, you make the most of it. So you batch shoot your videos, right? You batch shoot maybe 10 videos or 15 videos. उसी दिन बैठ के रिकॉर्ड कर लो. एडिट बाद में होता रहेगा. if it's a difficult edit, बाद में होता रहेगा. But if it's a simple edit, then edit it or save it. So for the next 15 days or 10 days, I am at least sorted. मेरे को सोचना ही नहीं.
Do you batch produce?
Yes, I do.
I think that has been one of the reasons we have been able to stay consistent, is because we started batch producing I think in May. उससे पहले मुझे लगता था अच्छा आज रील डालें, चलो आज रील डालते हैं, एंड इट लेड टू डेज वेयर आइदर द कंपनी वाज टेकिंग सो मच टाइम एंड आई वाज लाइक अरे यार आज नहीं हो पाएगा, एंड देन यू लाइक हाँ ठीक है ना, एक दिन नहीं हुआ, और एक दिन नहीं हुआ फिर 7 दिन हो जाते हैं, पता भी नहीं चलता.
हाँ करेक्ट.
And
I was actually, the funny story, I was feeling guilty. This was back in December, where I was, I was gone to play badminton. I'm a huge fan of cricket and badminton, and I play these sports very actively. So I was gone to play badminton, and suddenly I realized I didn't have a reel for the next day, and I was feeling guilty because I had been posting consistent. So this was December, and I've been posting consistently since July.
Right.
So July से December तक I was posting consistently. In fact, July से I think October and November तक I was posting 2 reels a day.
Okay.
2 reels a day, every single day for like 3 months. So it was like 180 videos in 90 days, which is crazy. I was like, भाई अब मेरे को break चाहिए. हो गया, बहुत हो गया. अब break, genuinely break चाहिए. And then December में मेरे को realize हुआ shit यार कल consistency टूट जाएगी. कल का वीडियो नहीं है मेरे पास. And I was like ठीक है कोई बात नहीं. That is when I thought कि ठीक है normalize taking break. तो वो phase था.
Right.
And then when I took a break, I thought कि नहीं अब मेहनत करते हैं वापस वो videos बनाते हैं. Again then I thought कि नहीं normalize working hard. So it's just been a phase, subjective thing where I think yeah ठीक है. So that's how batch producing has worked wonders. Because in that case I have a buffer period for the next 10-15 odd days, and 10-15 दिन में तो ideas आ ही जाते हैं यार.
Correct.
कुछ ना कुछ तो idea आ ही जाएगा. So that's the entire mantra behind content.
Plus I feel creating content the same day that it's supposed to go is like, you know how people who are not financially free and people who are financially free, I think it's just that.
Makes sense, yeah.
कि अभी मेरे को ब्रेक लेना बट मैं ले नहीं सकता बिकॉज मुझे जॉब पे जाना है. मतलब अभी मैं एक भी दिन नहीं ले सकता बिकॉज माई लाइवलीहुड आई एम लिविंग पे चेक टू पे चेक, राइट? सो
Makes sense.
you have such a bank, it's such a relief. आज listen, today I don't have to shoot a reel, I'm like आराम से बैठूँ and then you know easily I'll just put out, so that's a big relief, without a doubt.
Yes.
I have very sort of, I'm very keen on knowing your entrepreneurial journey because you started really young, right?
Yes.
I think about 5 years ago, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
you started in a space which has seen a massive boom in the last 1.5 years, especially after COVID. What is Career Kida all about? And
Okay.
right now you're also doing masters, so you're back to being a student again, and that too, if I'm not wrong, you're doing it in entrepreneurship itself.
Yes. Yes.
So what I want to know now is Career Kida क्या है, कैसे शुरू हुआ, and what has been this 5-year journey like, and what are the next steps forward?
Okay. So as you mentioned, Career Kida started 5 years back, and so how exactly it started? It started when I was in second year, and one fine day, very randomly, we were playing bingo in class. Because obviously getting bored. So in college में पढ़ाई ऐसे भी hardly बहुत कम ही होती है. So we were playing bingo in class, and I thought there has to be it was a very random thought. Yeah, there has to be a bigger vision to it because your class boring है. So why is it that the class is boring? Is it something that people are forced to do? Because that is something that I've realized, the difference between the Indian education and the education that I am getting right now. That it's huge difference. Here, people will not force you to come to class and sit. If you want to come, great. If you don't want to come, don't. They realize that you are old enough. They realize that you are doing masters. I cannot pinpoint you and force you to come to class.
Right.
If you come, it's good for you. If you don't come, it's not good for you. Bang on. तुमको आना है आओ, नहीं आना है मत आओ. You paid your fees. If you feel it's worth it, join. If you don't feel it's worth it, don't. So it's a very conscious decision that they've taken. Attendance में Indian education में क्या होता है? You are forced to attend the class.
70%, 80%.
70%, 75%, 80% attendance, which is weird because I mean उतनी पढ़ाई क्लास में होती भी नहीं, honestly. So I thought कि ठीक है, इसका कुछ तो किया जा सकता है. And not a lot of practical training and practical knowledge was available about the kind of courses and about the kind of subjects that we were learning back in college.
Right.
So I was like, cool, इसका कुछ तो practical aspect का कुछ तो अगर होगा तो देख सकते हैं. Cut short to maybe 2-3 months later on, I meet my now co-founder in a local award function in Calcutta. So there was an award function happening, and I was attending this award function with Dad. And my now co-founder Mohit, he happened to also attend the function. And I did not know Mohit from early on, right? So I was meeting him for the first time, and he happened to be working under my dad for a while. Oh. So he was pitching this idea to my dad, saying कि ऐसा कुछ तो plan है. And I, like a very naive 19-year-old kid, standing beside both of them, hearing to what they are saying कि हाँ ठीक है, ये हो सकता है, ये कर सकते हैं. And I was thinking कि यार ठीक है, ये this could be a callback. मैं भी कुछ ना कुछ education के lines पे सोच रहा था. He's also thinking about something similar.
Right.
So after his so-called pitch happened in front of my dad, I walked up to Mohit and I told him, "Yaar, Mohit, great pitch, yaar. Are you looking for a co-founder or are you riding solo? What's the scene?" He's like, "I'm riding solo right now, but I'd love to have a co-founder on board." And that time it just clicked me. I was like, "Let's talk.
Let's pitch."
So let's pitch. Yes, let's pitch. So I was like, "Okay, fair. Let's talk and let's brainstorm." We brainstormed for like a good 5-6 months. We thought क्या हो सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता है, what could be done, what's the market, what are the market that we are targeting, and so on and so forth. So initially our idea was to provide counseling sessions and workshops in schools and colleges in the unconventional fields. So essentially, if you are a filmmaker, for example, right? School में आपको idea नहीं है कि आपको filmmaking as a career option बन सकता है कि नहीं बन सकता.
Correct.
As long as somebody comes and speaks to you about it or you learn it from the internet, you will never know about it, right? Because it's not taught in schools and colleges. So we thought there is a lack of counseling in the unconventional career space. So if you want to become a filmmaker, a creator, an entrepreneur, graphic designer, video editor, freelancer, writer, director, whatever, there's not much information, not much help available online, and of course not available at the school college level.
Correct.
So we thought, why not create a pool of resources where we get some expert based on that field, and get him or her to talk about that particular topic,
Mm-hmm.
conduct a workshop or conduct a seminar or a webinar, and then make money out of it, right? But after we hustled with this for good 1.5 years, and then we realized that every school, workshops are a very seasonal thing. Seminars and workshops are a very seasonal thing. It will not happen. It is not a year-round thing. हाँ, वो हर दिन possible नहीं है करना. And second thing is, majorly big schools and big colleges already had a counselor on a contractual basis, so they would not hire any other external counselor like us. So we thought, this is becoming a seasonal thing. Although we made a certain amount of money in the good 1.5 years that we operated in this space, but we thought, we have to shift, because this is a very seasonal thing, and we cannot be operating in a space that's so seasonal. So we then figured out, why not target the CACS market, which is the Chartered Accountant and Company Secretary market, students का market, जहाँ पे theoretical knowledge बहुत ज़्यादा है, but practical knowledge कुछ भी नहीं है. So students who enter the course of Chartered Accountancy or Company Secretaryship, they essentially learn about the theoretical aspect, but they do not have the knowledge about the practical domain. कि चलो मेरे को डिग्री तो मिल गया, लेकिन काम कैसे होगा, क्या काम अवेलेबल है, ये डिग्री लेने से मेरे को किस टाइप का काम मिल सकता है, and so on and so forth. Then we thought, why not create a pool of resources जहाँ पे we create short courses based on professions, specific professions, so that if you're a student of that profession, you take up that course, you learn the practical side of things. It's like a 1.5 month course where you do that course, you learn about the practical side of things, and then apply for jobs. And we also helped them get jobs and internships as well. So you then apply for jobs and internships, because essentially think about it for a second. If you are an employer, right, and if there are two people come to you for a vacancy, and if you have to recruit just one of them, right? Person A has got excellent marks but no practical knowledge. उसको पता ही नहीं है काम कैसे होता है. So as an employer, you will invest a good 6 months to 8 months to invest to teach him how work is done, right? So person A has excellent marks, 90-95% marks, has great, fantastic marks, all in 10, 12, school, college, blah blah blah. लेकिन practical knowledge zero. Second candidate has got like basic marks, average marks. I would not say poor marks. I would say average marks. 60, 65, 70 would be a decent enough score to score in college. So basic marks, but he's very skilled in the kind of work he does and has the practical knowledge of the domain he's applying for. So if he's applying for filmmaking, for example, right? You would not see कि यार इसके 90 नहीं आए video editing के course में, so I will not hire him. You will see कि भैया काम दिखाओ, काम कैसा है, इसको काम आता है कि नहीं आता है, इसको edit करना आता है कि नहीं आता है, इसको strategize करना आता है कि नहीं आता है, इसको design करना आता है कि नहीं आता है, and so on and so forth. So who would you hire? Of course, I would definitely. I would love to hear from you. Who would you hire? Which person? A or B?
We know the answer. Like it's definitely people with experience, right? Because especially for somebody like me now, there may be some bias here. I have learned mostly on the job, and I know the importance of learning through experience and through actually getting your hands dirty, as compared to just reading about something or getting textbook knowledge. So definitely experience.
So that is exactly what we thought. कि यार profession specific practical training provide करेंगे, where we essentially provide them practical training based on specific professions. So we started with CACS, we then moved on to BCom, we then moved on to all the other different courses. We tried cracking a course for law students as well. But then we spoke to a few lawyers, and then we realized कि यार law में similar model might not work क्योंकि different complications है और different thought processes है, so it might not essentially we might not be able to crack for the law thing. But all the other courses we tried and got a lot of other courses. Then we thought कि skill development courses भी इसमें integrate कर सकते हैं. So if
Okay.
you want to learn Excel, if you want to learn Tally, if you want to learn GST, if you want to learn say MS Word, basics of all these things, we've got courses for you guys. So that's the story behind Career Kida. Yeah.
So when you say practical knowledge, I had a question there. So when you say practical knowledge, is it just teaching them skills or also teaching them the soft skills, which are okay? How do you communicate in a job like this, or how does the communication happen between, let's say, a client or, because one of the biggest problems that I've seen is that I'm really looking for somebody who knows the communication part of it, who knows the soft skills part of it. How does the team functioning happens? How do you make sure that people are working at their best at every moment? So things like these, which you only learn after you gather experience working in an organization.
So for now, communication, मतलब essentially communication के ऊपर एक course है, but there's no course on about communication within the organization per se. But when I talk about these profession specific courses, there are courses. So in these courses we just focus on skills. We're not focusing on how to communicate between, say, अगर आप manager level पे हो, if you want to delegate work, तो आपको कैसे communicate करना चाहिए, or if you're receiving work from your boss, then how do you essentially communicate with them? So वो part अभी तक आया नहीं है, but that's a good feedback. We'll definitely try and integrate that as well. But for now, we are focusing on skills. We're focusing on the practical side of things. So there is no textbook and no pen paper involved. Simply professionals coming in, teaching with the help of a projector and a laptop, teaching you how to file taxes, teaching you how to look up the Ministry of Corporate Affairs ka website, teaching you how to look up the SEBI government ka website, and so on and so forth. So it's a very, very simple, hands-on, smooth, course-based structure where you essentially learn about these courses. And we also help you with, also got a lot of tie-ups with companies and firms all across India. So we also help you get placed as well. Of course, there's no guarantee, but we there's a good placement record as well. So we try and help you placed with good firms and companies, depending on what the person wants to do. If he wants to join as a practice, then we'll try and help him up with setting up his own practice as a CA or a CS or whatever. If he wants to work in a big four, or if he wants to work in a corporate, then we'll try and organize interviews and try and get placed at a corporate as well. So that's the main idea behind that. When the pandemic happened, EdTech we see a huge uprise in the EdTech space, and we thought कि यार interesting है, तो इसको थोड़ा सा और focus करते. Then we started building our own online structure and own online portal. So that's under the development phase right now. It should be ready in a couple of months, and we should be ready to go live in a couple of months.
Man, I'm really curious now. So you are back to college, which takes up a lot of time. You're hustling really hard to create content every single day. Even if you're batch producing, that's still like a lot of time that you invest into it, right? And a lot of mind space, chuck time. Even if you become professional at something, you have to still invest that kind of mind space. And then your startup. How are you managing these three things, right? Do you have a set time distribution, or is it happening because now you're so used to it? How does it actually take place?
Both. So I also have a time structure to it, and I'm used to it as well. One good thing that has helped me get through all of the scheduling part is maintaining a calendar, where I essentially note down every single thing that I have to achieve during the day, and all the tasks that are that I want to achieve and get done with maybe in the next day or in the next week or so. I write it down. So I have a to-do list where I have everything what I need to do, and I mention everything in the calendar. Calendar has worked like wonders for me. Google Calendar has been a lifesaver for a very long time now. It's just been, it's just saved me so much time. It's just, it's saved me time and money as well. So, yes.
I align with you there.
So that's something that's that's been super nice to me. Also, I think I realized one thing, that once you do things that you love, time automatically gets managed. Back me up if you're with me on this. Because once you start doing multiple things that you are not a huge fan of, then you will find ways to get out of it. But sadly, that's not the case with me. I enjoy doing whatever I do. I am luckily or fortunately in a position where I can afford to do all of these things together, and I've got no complaints. So again, very fortunate to be doing what I'm doing. With the time in hand, you got to make the most of it, and also you got to have fun. मतलब it's not that कि आप सिर्फ काम कर रहे हो and not having fun.
I partially agree with you there, and I think one thing which I have been trying to figure out is, so I've been trying to manage multiple things, right, and I am able to do the work part of it pretty well. When I say well, I don't mean कि सब कुछ ऐसे एकदम बहुत crazy successful हो रहा है, but जितने tasks अपने आप को assign करता हूँ, I'm able to fulfill that, right? So that happens, but what doesn't happen is I am definitely losing touch of my personal life, right? And it's not that I'm complaining. I don't complain, but people around me do complain that we don't get to see you often, we don't get messages from you, and it's not like I'm ignoring anybody. It's just that it happens automatically. It's not like my love for them has decreased, or their position in my life has gone down step. It's still there. It's just that because I've never differentiated my work life. Like, this is life for me. Like, I'll end this podcast, probably get to talking to the team about some things that we need to sort of develop today, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, chill, and then get back to work.
And I get this, when you say that people tell you you don't hang out or you don't chill with us. I get this from people where they say हमारे पास काम नहीं है क्या? So they're like, अरे भैया तो सिर्फ तुम ही काम कर रहे हो क्या? तुम ही हो प्रधानमंत्री, हमारे पास काम नहीं है क्या? So I get that a lot as well. कि यार ठीक है बाबू, तुम हो busy, तुम्हारा काम हमको public eye में दिखता भी है. Just because I get this a lot, because the people tell me, just because you don't see our work in the public eye doesn't mean we're not working. And I'm like, okay, hello, control.
Right.
All big ups to you.
You've said what I think what I've wanted to say for the longest time, but I just didn't say it because I didn't want to offend anybody. But definitely, I get this a lot where people, they feel that I'm disregarding their work, where we have had no conversation where this happened, and especially I think this comparison happens a lot when your work actually is in the public eye, right? Even our work at OWL. So not all of our work, but still 20 to 30% of OWL's work is there. People can go and look what we are up to, right? And even if 10% of it is out there, people know कि कुछ चल रहा है, right? So what happens is when I go and meet my friends, they know what's happening in my work life, which is a tricky place, right? Because I don't know what's happening in their work life. So they do know कि अच्छा आयुष आएगा तो उसे ये बात करनी है, but I don't know कि इस बंदे से जिससे मैं 5 महीने बाद मिल रहा हूँ, who used to be a very good friend, who's still a very good friend.
Yes.
What do I not talk about?
ये थोड़ा सा weird है, because it happens with me as well. Because even if I'm catching up with an old friend, he'll be like, अरे तेरा content देखा, अच्छा चल रहा है, good stuff. आजकल crypto को बड़ा promote कर रहा है, and all of that. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's digress.
Right.
And then I asked him or her, yaar, you tell me what's happening. You tell me what's up. And they're like, of course you don't know about our work. And I'm like, sorry, I mean, that's just the kind of nature. The kind of nature of work that we both are in. Your work does not entail you putting out your entire life out on in public on social media. My work does. It requires me to show up every single day, and if I don't show up, and if I'm not feeling the right kind of way, I have to tell my audience that I'm not feeling the right kind of way. Right? That's not the case with you.
Correct.
And I'm not. There's no complaining. It's just how the nature of work is. I'm not saying that तुमको नहीं करना तो you are in a better spot. No, you are not. I'm sure you have your own fair bit of struggles and successes, but to each his own. तो ठीक है, ये होता रहेगा. But just the fact that, personal life, coming to your part about personal life, yeah, you were saying something.
Yeah, I mean, just that I don't have any complaints, right? That manage नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि मैं manage शायद कर ही नहीं रहा हूँ. Like for me, like I am living the way I want to live, but I understand कि friends वगैरह ज़रूरी होते हैं, so I'm trying to जैसे I'm taking tomorrow off mostly, but होगा ही नहीं वो off. Like I'm in my head it's an off, right? So now I have to physically detach myself. So until and unless, so now because this room, which is my घर का कमरा, now I have an office in the same city, but I don't go there because of COVID. It's an unnecessary risk. So the team is completely remote, we'll mostly be shifting to like a Gurgaon or a Bombay eventually in the next couple of months. Because I stay in this home, right? I have to physically go to like a different city, like a Gurgaon or a Delhi. And I can't do that very often because again, COVID, right? So वो महीने में शायद एक बार होता है when I'm like, हाँ भाई अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा, otherwise
Correct.
like,
Correct.
right, that will happen. So that makes sense. There's this, so on the entire life topic, right? I actually want to ask a question which it's a way we end this podcast, right? The main formal part of it. If you had to go back, and this is a completely hypothetical scenario, if you had to go back in life and change one thing, what would that one thing be?
Okay. Again, very, very close to my heart. I would seriously pursue cricket full time. I would seriously go ahead and pursue cricket full time. That's something that I won't say regret, because regret is a very strong word. Because I have no regrets with the kind of work that I'm doing and the kind of life that I'm living right now. But it's something that's just close to my heart. Whenever I see an India match, or even if I'm like visiting a stadium, I remember this one thing where I think 3 years back, or I don't know, one of the IPL seasons where we were attending this match in Eden Gardens, Calcutta. Historic ground, और मतलब लाइटें चारों तरफ है, भीड़ भड़का ये वो, and then the player walks into bat and he hits 4, he hits 6. And then while entering the stadium, while we were in the car, I remember telling this to my dad, and I told him कि पापा ये करना है यार, ये जिंदगी भर यही करना है. And he's like, मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. I was like, I know मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, but I don't know कितना हो पाएगा, because there's a lot of like backdoor policies and a lot of other things that goes on, which I was not really sure of. And of course, considering the time that everybody has in their hands to try out 10 different things and do something for their careers and do something for their life, it's a very risky option. It's a very risky choice. When not pursued very seriously from a very young age, it becomes difficult to pursue later on. At 25, you will never think about pursuing cricket as a full-time career option, right? You will never do that, because of course monetization, and cricketer life or a sports person's life is very short-lived. 40 you retire. Like, what do you do after that? Right? So if there's one thing that I would love to change, it would be pursue cricket full-time from a very young age, because that's especially so close to my heart. Like whenever I see cricketers bat, and I'm like, I can do this. Like it's like I can do this. Like I can do this. अंदर से बहुत मतलब मैं बता नहीं सकता अभी, but मेरे को लगता है कि यार ये difficult नहीं है. If these folks can do it, I can make a killing. Like, I can kill it. But it's just that time I wasn't able to pursue it. That time I wasn't able to, maybe didn't have the bandwidth, maybe didn't have the time, whatever, because I joined academy from when I was in 10, pretty late. Should have joined when I was in class 2 or something. Should have joined. But joined when I was in class 10, then boards aa gaye, like took a break. And then college started, life started happening, so many things happening here and there. 1 year I played, last year I played for Cricket Association of Bengal. I played for second division. Then COVID happened. I thought I'll play for the first division last year. COVID happened. I was like, seems like just not written. So I was like, anyway, whatever is meant to happen will happen. But there's one thing I'd like to change. It would be, I'll revisit, go back and pursue cricket as a full-time thing. And I'll not think about anything else. If I don't get to do anything else, I'm happy. Just give me a bat and a ball and I'm good to go.
Dude, I really, really hope that moving forward in life, you get like all these chances to at least pursue cricket as some form of side hustle, professionally, personally. However, I really wish, because what I'm doing right now, I was a little kid, and I used to have a very hard time making friends in school. So, and I got a computer and an internet very early on in my life. So thanks to my parents, right? So I explored this world online, and suddenly I knew that my life is going to look like this. Like right now I have 3 screens in front of me. I immediately had a very, very strong feeling in my heart. Now that I'm remembering it now, I can still feel the same thing. मुझे पता था कि life यही होने वाली है. And I had accepted it and I was so happy. So I when you said right कि मैंने बोला मुझे ये करना है and I can do it, I feel it man. And I digressed during the entire preparation period. 11 12th आया, JEE आया, BITS was really hard getting into that college. वो उसके भी 3 साल तक कुछ नहीं हुआ था and I had lost faith कि but luckily in this field age वाला factor नहीं है sports में. There is, you have to start early and because your peak comes in the age that we are in right now.
तो वही मेरा ये thought था कि यार, because whenever, even now when I'm walking around the streets of UK, I'm in Southampton right now, even when I'm walking around and I see people paired up playing cricket, I'm like, yaar, should I go and ask them if I can bat for a while? Because it's sad that I don't have a club to play for here, but I'll definitely explore some things that can be done.
Right.
Because sport is something that's super close to my heart. I've played almost every sport. I haven't played like tennis ever. I don't know how to play tennis. Never played. I've never even experimented and tried playing tennis.
Right.
But I think I've played football, badminton, basketball, cricket, table tennis, like almost majorly all sports, and I've enjoyed playing majority of the sports. Almost all sports I've enjoyed playing. Because it's so competitive, it gives you that rush.
Right.
And even if I'm playing a local match back in my city, and even if I'm scoring a 50, leave 50 or 100, वो सब छोड़ो. Just that sweet sound of the bat hitting the middle of the bat and going for a 4. It's just, उस दिन नींद अच्छी आती. Let's just put it this way. उस दिन नींद बहुत अच्छी आती. So it's just so peaceful. But hopefully something of the sort will happen. If it's meant to happen, it will happen.
I have a strong feeling होगा. I really believe in manifestation और अपने आप को बोलते रहो. Let's move to rapid fire. And this like actual rapid fire. एकदम जल्दी देने पड़ेंगे. Otherwise,
Okay.
I don't know what are the consequences.
Pressure.
I always say कि कुछ होगा, but हाँ मतलब so no gift hamper nothing, but definitely like we take this very seriously. Okay.
Pressure.
Are you ready? This is, you should be pressurized. This is very serious. This is a serious, the most serious part of the podcast.
I am very serious. I am very competitive. You must have already realized it. But yes,
Done.
go on.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Name one creator that inspires you.
Ankur Warikoo.
One that irritates you.
Can't name.
This can't
Can't
go on.
name.
So now you
Won't. Okay. Carry Minanti.
Carry.
Sorry, but just a little irritating. Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. Come on. अभी तो सोच लिया. अभी तो curated answer आएगा.
Damn, नहीं सोचा ना. मतलब अभी बहुत
Go for it. You have the thing in your mind. You know what to say.
आलू पराठा with makhan.
हाँ, ये हुई ना बात. This is such a Punjabi thing. This is what happens in my household every single morning. अच्छा, thing that you hate about content creation.
Showing up every single day without the thought that I have a personal life too.
And what do you love about content creation? सबसे ज़्यादा.
Just the thrill of it. Just that every single day you have a new challenge. Every single day you are faced with something new. You have a creative block. You don't know how to deal with it. So you deal with it in your own way. Then you speak to other creators and realize that they have different ways of dealing with it.
Right.
So subjective, so different, and just the thrill of just showing up every single day and knowing that every day has a new challenge. Even
Right.
with brand collaborations, I think it poses a great challenge, because once you collaborate, you know that it has to be organic as well, and it has to be creative as well in your own style. So love that part of my job.
3 favorite moments from your life so far.
3 favorite moments of my life so far. Okay. Wow. Good question. See, this is why I was not wanting questions beforehand. Because I would have, anyway, playing for 2nd Division Cricket Association of Bengal, in no particular order this is. Okay. Number 2 would be touching 100K on Instagram. Very special. I know numbers, बहुत debate है, बाद में करेंगे, but it's special to me. It's special to me and yeah. And number 3, the Goa trip.
Oh, what is
The Goa
this? Is
trip
this some?
that happened. There's no masala.
Achha.
But just we 4 friends having good fun in the end of first year of college. So 15-16, we
Right.
attended Sunburn in Goa. It was a Bombay-Goa trip. So it was special. Like, it was good fun. with four friends hanging out, just without any fear, without anything. Fourth one, of course, would be this moment that I'm living right now. Independent life, wanted this for a very long time. And because I've always lived in Calcutta for the longest time. पूरा स्कूल कैलकाटा में हुआ, पूरा कॉलेज कैलकाटा में हुआ, पूरा काम कैलकाटा में हुआ. So never ever had the opportunity to leave Calcutta for this long. Of course, I've traveled to a lot of cities, but वो भी यार 2-3 दिन के लिए होता है maximum. So this life, priceless.
Nice. Okay, so अब गोवा वाला कांड भी बता ही दो.
गोवा कोई कांड नहीं है सर. गोवा
कोई कांड नहीं है.
गोवा was just
Man.
special.
अच्छा.
Off the record बात करते हैं.
Okay, a movie or a book that changed your life?
A movie or a book that changed my life. Shoe Dog, I would say. It's one of the most special books that I've read so far in my life. Since the time I became a reader, it's just given me a different perspective on life.
Right.
I used to watch a lot of movies, and I don't know like how I've become this person when I don't watch so many movies.
Damn. How?
But I don't know, like it's just sad. There are friends here as well who tell me ki yaar, you watch this movie, you watch this show, and I'm like, no. Please, I'm sorry. Please don't judge me. And they tell me your work entails being in the media space, picking up ideas from whichever nuances that you come across. And you don't watch movies and shows. Like, how weird is that? And I'm like, sorry, but I'll do it. One special movie that I don't know I resonate with is Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. Just the entire look and feel of it.
Nice.
And one special book that's changed my life would be Shoe Dog. Completely different take on entrepreneurship. I think by the time इस टाइम पे जितना मैंने propagate कर दिया ना ये book, अगर मैं affiliate marketing करता ये book का तो
पैसा ही. अब यहाँ पे वो मीम डाल दूंगा, पैसा ही पैसा वाला.
पैसा. अक्षय कुमार का वो मीम डाल देना.
Done.
पैसा ही पैसा होगा. मस्त प्लान है.
मस्त प्लान.
Yes.
क्या मस्त मीम्स हैं उस मूवी के. It's crazy. Okay.
In fact, I'm doing this in one of my brand collaborations as well. But anyway, yeah, go on.
अच्छा, एक लाइफ मंत्र मतलब बेसिक एकदम एक ही अगर बोलना हो तो.
सक्सेस के ऊपर नहीं. One life mantra would be trust the process. Simple.
Trust the process.
Simple. Trust the process. Process में अगर मजा आ रहा है तो it's worth it. Process में अगर मजा नहीं आ रहा है it's not worth it. Simple.
Right. If you had to spread a rumor about yourself or with some other content creator, some form of online fight rivalry, तो what would that be? Now this is completely hypothetical, तो ले सकते हो नाम.
That the brain behind Tanmay Bhatt's content, and he is the reason behind the fall of Tanmay Bhatt, and then also the reason behind the rise of Tanmay Bhatt.
You.
So this would be interesting. Like, yeah, me. It would just be so fascinating to be a part of it. Just insane. So I would love to. I mean, because I love his content, and I know and I've heard his story up close and center. It's just amazing. And if to think that ऐसा कुछ हुआ होगा, and if I were a part of that journey and I were a part of यार behind the fall भी यही बंदा था, behind the rise भी यही बंदा है. So people will be intrigued कि यार क्या है इस बंदे के पास.
कौन है ये?
कौन है?
Nice. I was imagining something on the lines of that Deepak deletes Raj Shamani's Instagram account.
मेरा भाई है, वो किल कर देगा मेरे को. वो बोलेगा भैया क्या.
तभी तो I thought we'll see some, but this is also nice.
Yes.
Awesome. It was great talking to you, man. And I would really like to end this podcast on a really positive note. And I know you make content for college students and people in their 20s. Just one sweet little piece of advice for our audience, because even for this podcast, our age group is, 18 to 25. So what is that one piece of advice?
To everybody who's listening to the podcast right now, it is extremely okay to not have your life figured out. And I remember this one quote by Gary Vee, and the person's quotes, the person's speeches, that person's ideologies has just stuck with me since the time I started following that man. And he said,
Right.
Patience should not be confused with lack of action. Right? When I say be patient, I do not mean don't work. Right? You got to keep putting in the work, and you got to still be patient about it, because everything that we do, at least holds true for me, the kind of work that I do, and also the kind of work that you do. It's a long-term process, right? It is a long-term game. It's not a T20 match. It's a test match. आपको बस टिके रहना है. You know, we call Rahul Dravid the wall, because he's just there. He plays 500 balls. He'll score 200 runs. He'll just be there. He'll win a like an impossible test match for you, and he'll just go away from the limelight. Right? So that's exactly what I mean. It's absolutely okay to not have your life figured out, as long as you are constantly working to figure it out. Right? Patience should not, and be patient about it. Right? Things will work out. I will not give you a very gloomy picture, or I will not give you a very
picture कि यार ठीक है, हो जाएगा, कर लो, things will happen, कोई tension नहीं है, so on and so forth. For some people, they don't work out, and you gotta call it quits if things don't work out. Right? I will not tell you कि never quit. Quit करना ही नहीं चाहिए, सब कुछ बहुत जरूरी है, don't quit. नहीं. If you think things are not happening in the way that you assumed it to be, call it quits, but make that a conscious decision. So I think just be okay with the fact that you don't have your life figured out if you don't have your life figured out, and always trust the process of things. If you don't enjoy things, that you might not enjoy the outcome of things. And the third one would be, again, the man, the legend, the myth, Gary Vee, as he says, patience should not be confused with lack of action. So just keep these little things in mind. Baki life enjoy karo yaar. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to have loads of memories and experiences, and I've had loads of fun. So enjoy karo. Have a good time.